Okay, what we're going to look at now is a cambered arch, setting out a cambered arch. And again, I've got 2 arms of brickwork. And what I've done, above my springing line, I've got my brickwork racked back because I can't go any further with that until I get my skew back angle. So, what I'm going to do with this setting out to form my striking point, it follows on from the last video really. So if we do an inverted equilateral Gothic, that gives me my striking point. What I'm going to do now, because a cambered arch is a flat arch, I'm going to draw my skew back angle from my striking point through my springing point, and that gives me a skew back angle both sides. Like that. Okay, I'm just going to pop my centre line on. Now I'm using the T-square on my drawing board and my square for this, so I don't have to actually bisect to find the centre. So now my brickwork gets cut to those angles. Okay, my brickwork is cut to that angle. It's a bit freehand, but there you go. Okay, so that's how it's cut. What happens now with my voussoirs is if I draw a line and make my springing line solid, that now becomes my intrados. My extrados is at the top there. Okay, so that gap now between there, that's my intrados, that's my extrados. Now I'll always have a brick in the centre, my key brick. So if my key brick sits there, equal distance, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line straight up there. That will give me my key brick and my key voussoir. You see that's cut on an angle. Okay, so if I work across there in increments of 75, I'm just doing this roughly just to show you, and now I join them up, that gives me all my brickwork measurements and voussoirs. Each one is cut individually because each one is on a different angle, and what you can see, that angle is coming from my skew back to my key brick, and it's getting less and less of an angle all the time as it's coming over, and then that'll repeat on the other side. So these bricks will be cut in position. Sometimes what they'll do, if the brick gets, if that voussoir gets beyond the length of a normal brick, they'll start putting half brick in that side and a half brick in that side, so you get it's like it's bonded. Okay, so sometimes you'll see this on a cambered arch, and then the tops will run in that way. Okay, so they're bonded. So that's what they call a cambered arch. It's not actually an arch, but it still works like an arch because of the pressure on the skew backs, and it's sitting in that way, and all these bricks are tapered here, and this causes the pressure, and it allows you to build over the top. So that is a cambered arch, the setting out of a cambered arch. And on later videos we'll look at actually making a voussoir template and how we set that out in real time and in real size. But for the minute, that is a cambered arch.